Okay, Tom.
Yeah, you come on in the picture. The heck of what some of the viewers say.
Yeah.
You get in there and sit down. If they
That's
can't.
right. They can't handle it. They can't handle it.
Right.
You know.
I mean, suggestion is to turn it off, or like some have said, put a piece of paper over some of your screen.
Yeah.
See whoever
Mike,
you want to see.
you know, here's Mike, right? I mean, pretty much helped raise the kid, and you don't want to see my face now. I guess he doesn't like. I don't like Johan Larsson, but I think we both hate Johan Larsson.
It's again. I'll say this: we're gonna start. Might as well start off the show today with the Sabres. It's nothing personal against Johan or anything, but it's the use of these guys and the fact that they're immediately re-signed. Larsson played almost 16 minutes a game with 4 goals, 2 went off his ass. I think we've seen enough. He's been through.
What about a nice line tonight of Rasmus Asplund, Curtis Lazar?
Something different, and you know what? We might still lose, but we're not winning with these guys.
That's right.
You know, we had a hustle to get Ryan O'Reilly out of here because he bemoaned the fact he couldn't take the losing. Yet Johan Larsson said the same thing, and we flew to Moto to give him a deal. No, it's just sitting, and I'm very disappointed with the Sabres. Especially nothing to upgrade some of to improve the struggling positions. I guess is what I want to say. Guys that struggled last year are brought back. And now the coach is telling me that he's really thrilled with some of their play. He's actually got Vladimir Sabocka, a career 50-goal scorer.
Yeah. By the way, let's get that straight. 50 in his career, not a career 50-goal scorer every year.
Right.
50 in his 12-year career.
12-year career. Okay, not 50 in 3 years. Okay, on a line with Jeff Skinner and Marcus Johansson. And the reason I make that correlation is Marcus Johansson's a really solid bottom 6 guy. And
he's a winger.
And he's got skill, and he's also a winger. He has skill. He could fill in here and there, but really, we no attempt to get that second center, or maybe there was an attempt and whatever, but I think by Christmas you're going to hear, boy, Jeff Skinner took the money and ran. He's doing nothing.
We'll know that. We'll know better,
and we'll all know better. That's got to be frustrating. Olofsson on a team, thrilled. He deserves it. I like Reinhardt and Jack, but I just don't see how. You said you had a fierce, open competition in training camp to make all the positions better. Kruger made comments that even the guys going down know that they still can be here, and the guys up here have to have them in the back of their heads. There's no way in hell Larsson's, Gergensons, Oposo, Sabocka are going to Rochester. And the young guys are starting to know it now, and I think that ravages an organization.
They'll stop signing.
There's no movement.
Yeah.
Curtis Lazar busted his ass here. Tage Thompson went out, gained 15 pounds of muscle, had a really strong training camp, yet Johan Larsson, who didn't play because he was hurt, made the team. Oposo, I guess you're stuck with that baggage. But Sabocka, these guys make the team.
Isn't it interesting about, all I heard about is Johan Larsson's had a great camp. Johan Larsson was hurt all but 2 days. So how did he have a great camp?
I don't get it, but I'll tell you what, you can sell all the bullshit you want coming down there, but it runs through your organization like a cancer. When you win, like Belichick, you do it and treat people any way you want.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do. But when you lose, it just ravages. Casey Nelson, the only defenseman last year, and he played a decent amount of games.
He did.
That was a plus. Yeah, he's shit. They all know the competition was only for certain people.
Yeah.
There's locks on this team and not the locks that should be.
No, not at all. I mean, I am
very disappointed.
Scandella. I mean, God, I watched the preseason. I didn't go to any of the practices, but I watched the preseason, and I saw Scandella do exactly what he did last year.
Struggling.
Cough up the puck, fire it high off the glass. There was none of that first pass that you see from Yaki Hughes.
He's working on that.
Yeah, yeah.
He has to realize that the first pass isn't off the glass; it's actually on someone's stick.
That would be nice. Yeah.
You know, and as soon as Montour's healthy, and he gets through practice and isn't hurt in some type of drill, Henny Jokiaru's going to Rochester.
Jokiaru will go.
I don't care if he's got 3 goals and 9 assists in his first 5 games. He's gone because that's the only roster
the guy
you
you can set down. Yeah.
You know.
But, you know, I'm going to give this guy, I think I said last week, or I said it outside of this video, I'm going to give him to mid-November. And I'm going to see, but if I see the same old guys play the same old way, I'm not going to be happy.
Well, I think you can start to get prepared because I think maybe Ralph hit a couple too many on the head on the pitch. Because I was really excited about the hiring again as you were.
Yeah.
But when he lists these names in the paper and is drooling over the leadership of Marco Scandella
Yeah.
and the play of Vladimir Sobotka and what he's done. And yes, people are quick to point out, in the one game, he won 10 straight draws. And a 3-0
And there's the phone.
Sabre loss, and there it is.
There it is. 15 minutes we do this.
Yeah, all day long the phone sits idle, and we get on here in the studio, but we don't have our interns. They're back at school, and one was on papers, and unfortunately she's back and institutionalized. But whatever. We move on from there. I'm not very excited about the Sabre season.
I'm really not either. It's going to be a really tough year, but at this point, we'll see what happens. But Scandella, maybe he gets better in this way. Instead of a top pair with Ristolainen, he's a third pair, and maybe he plays 13, 14 minutes, less time to make the mistakes.
It could be, and we've been told that cutting Risto down would be a big help. Yet the last 2 preseason games, we either have 3 Ristolainens or he never left
22
the ice.
minutes, yeah.
So I'm not seeing that. I don't know if they're just afraid of him. That he says, I will slip you like the tire as I flip in the homeland. I don't know what's going on. But how many coaches now? We're going to limit his time, and yet his time isn't limited.
Yeah.
And by the way, one quick throw out there to Mike Carrington, Buffalo News reporter. I can't believe you wrote, kind of like the Vic Carucci, the one way to improve the stadium at Orchard Park would be to remove
Get rid of the upper
deck. This is on a line of this kind of a line here with the Sabres are holding their breath that Curtis Lazar passes waivers.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, Mike, you write in one breath that he was sent down because he couldn't beat out these guys. You can't make probably the worst team in hockey the last 3 years.
And then we're holding our breath.
No one's watching cuts here. Sorry, Mike. Shame for you to even write that.
Yeah, they might be watching cuts from St. Louis or,
they're not watching these guys.
They're not.
You can't make the Sabres. All right. Yes, if you cut Middlestad or something, obviously, but there's players on our team that other teams want. But when you waive these guys, and I kind of thought Curtis Lazar would have been a nice something different.
I would have given him something different, fourth line, see if you could pop a few in.
If we're going to say that all this competition and everything was legit, no one's, what is it, the Botterill household? Who was it on the phone?
The only change was not signing Palmer.
He made it. Palmerville, obviously, to me, was the reason this team was struggled so much.
It must be, because they got rid of him and nobody else.
Yep.
So it was, all right, so we're here to say, okay, what is it, October 3rd? Write this down. It was all Palmer's fault.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious to me. It wasn't the 8-9-7 save percentages or
no.
The checking line in a 2-1 game on the ice with 4 minutes to go. The constant starting in overtime. The Sabres were in a lot of close games last year. They seriously were.
Yeah.
And yet in the last 3 minutes we're looking at Johan Larsson. This is 3-4 minutes to go in a hockey games when you say Johan, Vlad, Zergs, Gergs, whatever the nicknames are for these guys, go start the showers. Right?
make sure the water's hot.
Yeah, we see them on the ice, and you can see Eichel's foot over the boards. Like, I want to get out of here. I want to win this now. And then in overtime, we have to see Mo Sherry Oles.
Connor Sherry.
The first overtime in a game of the year, I think, was in the Pagula Center this preseason. And who does Kruger tap? Mo Sherry or less. What are we doing? Eichel's got to be going. I thought we had a nice talk over there.
Hey, by the way, I don't like that comment this morning. I think it was Harrington that said Jack Eichel seemed very kind of depressed.
It was Hamilton, and he seemed kind of down. And I can only guess. I don't think it was because the dinner from Chef's wasn't so good.
He's looking around the room.
I think he's looking around the room and going, "Oh my God,
same old faces."
Here. Yeah.
Yep.
How do I get out of here? I signed 10 a year. I got how many more years of this?
What the hell did I do?
Oh, and now we're actually at the cap. Teams like St. Louis have cap room. Yep. Winnipeg has $8 million worth of cap room.
Yep.
We're at the cap, nickel dime at the cap with a bunch of clowns.
Bottom 5 team we're at the cap.
We have the weakest. We have a roster loaded with mostly bottom 6 players and the weakest bottom 6 players in the league. I get told on the yellow pages that this looks good. It's exciting. Everybody's pumped. Who's kidding who here?
Yeah.
And prove me wrong.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll eat my words.
Prove me wrong.
If this guy turns out to be a key motivator of bums, I'll be happy. But
if Sobotka turns around, he's got like his 20-50 year. I always wanted one chance to just score in the zone. I'll eat my Sabre jersey.
Tom, I've seen the shot. He couldn't score 25 in an empty net.
I don't know. And Mo Sherry, he hustles around. He was never a top 6 in Pittsburgh. And he's a bottom 6 guy, and a good one there.
That just got you shut off from Hamilton.
Right, probably. And good, because I never turned him on. But he's a chest hitter. Goalies actually, when they know they're playing the Sabres,
bruised.
They play bigger chests under their jersey because they know Sherry's going to hit him right between the.
Well, a lot of Sabres hit
titties.
right between the chest.
But
Pulso's turned into that too. Yeah, so it's we'll see. Tonight's the opener, and I'm trying to remain. Well, I won't say
rumor I
optimistic.
heard was for the expansion draft.
Yeah.
Seattle's asking for 5 number 1s from us to take a post. No, it's just kidding.
We're kidding.
There's no way Seattle's going to do that, or
maybe,
whatever they are.
Maybe 4 number 1s.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens. I'm not looking forward to it. Sunday, Foxborough or New Era lost. I'm angry about it. I'm not, like we said on the show, I'm not bummed. I thought we fought them tooth and nail.
We did.
We got the ball back with 2 minutes to go in a winnable game. I hate losing to them. And that cheap shot that the guy threw on Josh Allen ticks me off, and Belichick's comments about it. And I'm miffed that our special teams captain doesn't notice the shift on the punt. And
don't get me going.
And our punter can't realize that. If that's Brian Moorman, I'll guarantee you we scored a touchdown there to change the game.
He audibilizes, yeah.
I'm just disappointed that you've got to outplay teams like that to beat them.
And Tom, as I told you this week, what made me even more infuriated is it happened against the Giants. They just didn't block the kick. Now, we got this guy who played special teams for the San Francisco 49ers, never coached in his life. Reminds me of that bum that Wade Phillips hired. And we got a guy that saw that in week 2, but in week 4 it beat you?
Well, before I get on the coach, I'm going to think that he did see that.
I'm going to special teams.
Right.
So I'm going first to our fullback who does almost nothing. Right. He stood there and watched it. Even after the game said, well, I saw it happen and did nothing. Not a timeout, not a wait to lay a game, anything.
He is a little gas being used a little bit more in the passing game.
Yeah, right.
But in all sincerity, this is a close team, and this team at this juncture isn't going to throw each other under the bus.
No, they won't.
I'm sure calls were made. Someone missed it.
We missed it.
Maybe the guy punting, who I guess the snap was low, and
apparently he's still here because Tuesday passed.
No.
Tuesday's gone with the wind, but we don't have another punter.
Right, and here's the thing with that too. Even more importantly than that game-changing play there,
well, that was the
20-yard punt that he gave up later that gave them another 3. 20-yard punt.
I'll tell you what.
By the way, did you see what New England did with their kicker?
Yeah, 60 to get them out from behind. They got their backs to the goal line. The guy's booting 60 yards.
No, what did they do with their kicker? They missed the extra point. It's been struggling a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
That's how many rings for them?
He's on IR.
Yeah, Bill said, come here, that groin don't look good. There's nothing wrong with my groin.
Yeah,
You're on IR.
You're on IR.
That's what they do there, but they win.
They win. He brought in Terry Tujamoto. But one of the things that's disgusting is that...
Although on the Yellow Pages, I hate to cut you off, but an interesting quote yesterday in the Yellow Pages, the afternoon guy that doesn't believe in punting, play without a field goal kicker. The new way of the game. That guy's got so much brandy and cigars in his brain, he doesn't know what he's thinking.
There's something going on. I think fantasy football took over and was replaces testosterone.
By the way,
right
now,
the guy's an idiot.
If we turn it on the old radio over there, you're going to hear commercials.
Yeah.
Commercial.
All you see. All you hear. I go back to the losing, the points that beat you were that block punt. That's disgusting. But still, here's what I was ushering. It was coming my way. We're on the 40-yard line, 2 minutes to go. We get it in, we win. And I just looked up to the heavens and I said, I know there's cancer, I know there's MS, there's horrible things in the world. There's what, tendonitis?
Tendonitis.
Yeah, there's hips. But you know what? I said, please, God, shine down in this hellhole, will you? Why New England all the time? Why Boston? I've had enough.
You got your answer, didn't you?
I got my answer. Yeah, he popped it in the air. And
our back missed the block. And ball popped in the air. And Jamie Collins, who was made a fortune at the other end of the mistake by the lake there, scoops it up and runs out of bounds. But
yeah, it's just it's disgusting. And you know what? You've heard me say a lot of wonderful things about our quarterback. But Josh, you shit the bed.
He had a tough first half.
Whoa.
But the game, our defense played outstanding.
I mean, they're elite. We've said it all year.
Outstanding defense. We gave Brady all kinds of fits. By the way, I don't know what, now because of New England, I don't know what intentional grounding is anymore.
I don't either. That's on tape. He's in the pocket. There's not a white shirt to be had, and he does not get it to the line of scrimmage. It's on tape.
Marshall Newhouse, not one single holding yet. When he was here, he couldn't get his hands off people. They had to tell him to go down to Club Marcella. That's how bad it was. The coach at the time said, you need to go down to Club Marcella. But not a single holding. But anyways, that's our 50-minute timer. I'm looking for see how the Bills bounce back. I think defensively, they'll be strong.
This is a huge AFC game, Tom.
Josh Allen, he's been practicing. I don't know if he's clear.
Yeah, they didn't say anything yet, but he's been throwing, which means he's level 4 of the protocol. 5 just means you're ready to go.
And I just think that what hurt, like that touch, when you don't have Josh in the game, wouldn't he have been nice down by that goal line there?
Yes, he would have.
And
John Brown looks like he's going to walk in for the winning or the points that put us ahead, and he gets tackled violently on the one.
Right.
Next play is a 2-yard loss and a 5-yard jump by Lee Smith.
Again, blocking
Lee Smith. Yeah.
Another whatever. He played for New England. He wouldn't hold.
No.
But I think I'm looking for the Bills to bounce back. I'm really curious if Josh plays, how he responds. I think he's a gamer. I think you'll see more of how he played before the injury.
I hope so.
Than you see the first half.
Well, they fixed it at halftime. He started going to the short passes, 1, 2, 3, back foot, and get rid of it. Before, he was having 4.5, 5 seconds, and best line in the world's not holding that out.
By the way, what is a pick play too? I'm still not sure.
Oh, well, I guess we don't know. Belichick will figure it out.
One quick
then
thing.
He'll tell the refs.
I see our governor is making it illegal to say illegal aliens.
Yeah, if you say with male intent, illegal alien, and use that term, you can be fined up to $250,000. Now, all right, you got me. I'm speechless. Are you kidding me?
What do you call a person that's here illegally? And I see that the squad
not so legal
tried to bring up a bill yesterday to give immediate full health care to the illegal.
Electronic health care.
Our veterans don't have.
But the veterans don't have it yet. So a Republican congressman said, well, if you want this, we're going to attach that the vets got to get it too. And then the socialists just backed right down. They go, well, that would take like 7 years, so they all backed down.
And I know Monday I did cry a little bit and say a deep prayer for the Collins family. I feel so bad for Chris Collins.
What a crook.
He did that for the betterment of the 27th district.
He did. Always does. Everything he does, Tom, is for the betterment of the district.
It is, and you got to just
for those that think we hate Democrats and that's all we care about. He's a Republican.
I hate dumb.
I hate unethical. I hate people that don't do anything for their constituents.
By the way, one of the 4, that Talib, had something to do with selling sweatshirts that say "Impeach the MF." That's a lot of respect, isn't it?
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect. But whatever. That's our quick political view there. And
well, I do want to say, if you do want to laugh, just Google yesterday, October 2nd. Our president in the White House, in a White House meeting. He is a complete and utter buffoon.
And the Finnish president stunned. I mean,
this guy didn't even know what to say.
Openly stunned. And of course, our media not asking any questions about what the Finnish president was doing here.
It's all about
impeach and Mr. President, impeach.
Impeachgate.
Because they didn't get him on those first 5 impeachees, but they might get him on one of these impeachments.
By the way, they won't impeach him because it's got to go through the Senate, and the Senate will say, no, it's all Republicans. So here's what we've done.